Hare Krishna. Today is Sat-Tila Ekadasi or Magha Krishna Ekadasi. We are discussing the glories of the Sat-Tila Ekadasi or Magha Krishna Ekadasi from Bhavishyottara Purana of Srila Vyasadeva. Dhalbya Muni, he was asking Policy Muni that in this material world all the human beings are committing so many sinful activities. So how can they get purified? And how can they get liberated from this material world? Then Policy Muni said in the month of Magh, that is January month, one should control his senses and one should keep lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, jealousy away from him. So, is it possible to keep all these things away from us? Yes, it's possible. If you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In this way, if you're chanting, in chanting there is no lust. In chanting there is no anger. In chanting there is no jealousy. In chanting, there is no aparad, no offense. Just go on chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and enjoy the bliss of Krishna consciousness. That is what Palasamuni told here. Palasamuni said one should rise early in the morning on this Ekadasi day, Sat-Tila Ekadasi day. He should chant the holy names of the Lord and he should attend some Aarti program in the temple. Then with cow dung and sesame seeds, he should make some balls, small balls, 1 or 8 small balls, and offer those balls of cow dung and sesame seeds in yajna fire, sacrificial fire. So is it possible to offer these balls in sacrificial fire? If possible, it's okay. If not possible, just chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. No doubt about that. In chanting, just close your eyes and start meditating that you have collected some cow dung and you mix that cow dung with sesame seeds and you place those balls in the sacrificial fires for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. So in meditation, in chanting, everything is there. All the Navaveda Bhakti is also there in chanting. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedam. All the Navaveda Bhakti, 9 devotional services are there in chanting. While chanting Shravanam, you are hearing Vishnu Smaranam, Kirtanam. When you are chanting alone, little louder, that is Kirtanam. Vishnu Smaranam, when you are chanting, you are thinking about Krishna. Padasevanam, you are meditating on his smooth, cooling, soothing, reddish lotus feet in your heart. That is Padasevanam. Archanam, you are worshipping Krishna. Vandanam, you are offering obeisances to Krishna in chanting. Dasyam, you surrender to Krishna and you meditate that Krishna is your master. Archana Vandanam Dasyam. Sakyam, while chanting, you really feel Krishna as your friend. Atmanivedam, complete self-surrender to Krishna while chanting. In this way, all the 9 limbs of devotional service, Navameda Bhakti is there in japa, chanting. So that's why don't worry about making these cow dung balls and sesame seeds. If possible, you can do that. If not possible, chanting is the best thing. That's why in Yajnam, he told you should offer these balls in Yajnam. But what Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita, Yajnanam Japa Yajñosmi. I am the Japa Yajna, chanting in all among all yajnas. Japa is the best. Japa Yajna. That's why happily you can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Just close your eyes and meditate. Devotee should pray on this day to Krishna. Oh Krishna, Karuna Sagara, Mukunda. Krishna, I am drowning in the ocean of material existence. Please have some mercy on me and save me, O Pundarikaksha. Please accept my humble obeisances. In this way, one should pray to Krishna on this day, and one should invite a Brahmana to his house and should give an umbrella, shoes, clothes, fine quality clothes. In this way, one should satisfy Brahmana and beg him to bless with Krishna Bhakti. You should also give a pot of sesame seeds in charity. So it's explained in Puran that these black sesame seeds are used in sacrificial fire, brown or white sesame seeds for cooking. As many sesame seeds you give in charity, that many thousands of years you will enjoy the pleasures of heaven. But who wants the pleasures of heaven? We all desire to go to Golok Vrindavan. Our goal is Golok Vrindavan. And now, why this is Sat-Tila Ekadasi? Sat means 6, Tila means sesame seeds. In this way, 6 types of services you should do with sesame seeds on this day. We will see the 6 types. First, You should bath in the water that is mixed with sesame seeds. Second, you should apply the sesame seeds paste on your body. Third, you should offer sesame seeds in sacrificial fire. Fourth, you should eat sesame seeds. 5. You should give sesame seeds in charity. 6. You should take sesame seeds from others in charity. In this way, you should do service with sesame seeds on this way in the 6 types. That's why this Ekadasi is 6 Sat-Tila Ekadasi. So if you can't do all these, this another name of this Ekadasi is Maga Krishna Ekadasi. Just chant the holy names of Krishna. And you can do all these 6 in meditation, of course. And Lord Krishna told some wonderful pastime to Narada Muni about this Ekadasi, Sat-Tila Ekadasi. There was one Brahmani, she was following all Ekadasis, of course, and she used to give many gold, money, clothes, everything in charity to Brahmanas. But she never gave food. Brahmanas are Bhojana Priya. They want to eat nice feast, but she was not offering any feast. She is completely away from that. She only gave gifts, but never fed the Brahmanas. Then what happened? Krishna, he wanted to teach a lesson to her. One day on this Sat-Tila Ekadasi day, she gave so much charity, this, that, and after that, Lord Krishna went. He disguised as a Shiva devotee with many skulls around his neck, and he was wearing tiger skin, and he was smeared with ashes all over his body and many tufts of hair. In Krishna, in the form of Shaivate sannyasi, he went to that Brahmani's house and he said, I want to eat. Then she is completely averse of giving food in charity. She only gave gifts. She was very proud and she thought, how could he ask me to feed him? Then just wait here. Then she brought mud. So a lump of mud. She threw in that container what Krishna was carrying, disguised as a Saivata sannyasi. She threw that lump of mud in that container of that Saivata sannyasi. Then go, she said like that. Then Lord Krishna, in the form, in disguised as Saivata sannyasi, he just smiled and he just went and he is so merciful. He thought at least she gave me some mud, it's okay. Lord Krishna, he went back to Vaikunta and with that mud he made a big palace. That palace is only for this Brahmani. And after many years, she left her body and she went back to Vaikunta because she did so much charity. She followed all the Ekadasis, but the only mistake she did was she never fed Brahmanas nice meal. She was welcomed there and she was sent to that big palace Lord Vishnu made for her with the same mud she gave in charity to Lord. Then when she entered that palace made of mud, there is no furniture inside the palace, and there is another thing. She went to Vaikunta in her self same body, in with that material body only. She didn't take any transcendental body. With that material body, she went to that palace in Vaikunta, and she didn't see any grains to cook, and she was feeling so hungry, so hungry. After a long time, she went to Vishnu and she was asking, what happened? Why did you bring me here? What is there here? I'm very hungry. There are no grains in this palace. What is wrong with this Vaikuntha? Then Lord Vishnu smiled and he said, see, Brahmani, you committed a great offense by not feeding Brahmanas, because Brahmanas are Bhojana Priya. See, whatever you give in charity, everybody feels like, oh, if I get more, like greedy. If you give 10 gold coins, they may expect 50 gold coins. If you give 50 gold coins, they will say 1,000 gold coins. But for meal, for a feast, if you feed some Brahmana nicely, after his belly is filled, he'll say, oh, enough, enough, enough. I'm very satisfied. I'm very happy. So only a bhojan, a meal can satisfy any person, not any kind of gifts. Okay, you can give gifts. There is nothing wrong. But at the same time, you should feed them nicely, but you didn't feed them for that. And one day I came to your house disguised like a Saiveta sannyasi, and you gave me a lump of mud, and with that mud I made this palace, so you have to stay there. You will not get any food here. Then she was begging, oh, please Vishnu, please forgive me, I did a great offense by not feeding Brahmanas, so what should I do now? Then Lord Vishnu said, okay, you go into that palace and close the door, and some demigods will come to take darshan of you, great Brahmani who followed Ekadasis and attained Vaikuntha. So when they knock the door, don't open the door, just ask them to describe the glories of Sat-Tila Ekadasi. Then she went inside and she closed the door, and those demigods came and they were asking to open the door. Please open the door, O Brahmani. We want to take darshan of you. You are a great soul. You followed Ekadasis and attained Vaikuntha. Please open the door. We want to see you. And this Brahmani from inside, they said, I will open the door. I will definitely open the door, but you should please explain the glories of Sat-Tila Ekadasi. And all these demigods, they glorified Sat-Tila Ekadasi. They explained the glories of Sat-Tila Ekadasi. And this Brahmani opened the door and they saw this effulgent Brahmani. They got darshan, and that Brahmani disappeared and again appeared in this material world, took birth in this material world, and she grown up and she followed Sat-Tila Ekadasi. And this time she didn't commit this offense of not feeding Brahmanas. She started feeding Brahmanas so nicely, and she also gave so many gifts to those Brahmanas. So after feeding, whatever gifts you give, Brahmanas will be satisfied. But before feeding, whatever you give, they will not be satisfied. They will search for some feast. So she gave nice feast to those Brahmanas, and then she gave those gold coins, cows, and whatever charity she gave. And in this way, she successfully did Sat-Tila Ekadasi by giving charity and feeding Brahmanas, and she came back to Vaikuntha. But this time in Vaikuntha, in that palace, there was so many luxurious furniture and so many kinds of food items. Now even she attained Vaikuntha in her transcendental body. So she went to Vaikuntha in her transcendental body. So she no need to eat, but for the satisfaction of Vishnu, she may cook sometimes in the transcendental body, and she enjoyed the infinite bliss of Vaikuntha Loka. Jai Jagannath, Sat-Tila Ekadasi ki Jai, Maga Krishna Ekadasi ki Jai.